Okay, class 11. So this is the video regarding balancing redox reaction. I told you that I will make a video on this topic. Balancing redox reaction, I am using oxidation number method. So for your convenience, in the beginning I have written the rules. So you can go through the rules, that what are the rules that you have to know. Then with an example I will solve. You will find that it is very easy. So if you practice more and more, you will do it by yourself. Only you have to remember the rules in your mind. And if you don't follow all the steps, if you directly do the balancing, then also it is okay. But in the beginning you have to go through the rule and try to do stepwise so that there cannot be any mistake. So first rule is, first you write down the skeletal equation. Whatever you have to balance, you have to write down that skeletal equation. Second rule or second point, you have to find out the oxidation number of each species present in the equation, and then from the reactant product has been formed. So find out that how much increase in oxidation number or how much decrease in oxidation number has happened in a particular species, that you have to find out. Now how to find oxidation number, it has been done in the class. For finding oxidation number, there are certain rules that also you have to keep it in mind. So if you know that how to find oxidation number, then only you can follow this, otherwise it will be problematic. Third rule is, suppose two species, there are changes in the oxidation number of two species. In one you can find that loss of electron, in another gain of electron, or changing of oxidation number. So you have to balance the oxidation number. For balancing the oxidation number, the particular species has to be multiplied with a particular number, so that there is a balance in the oxidation number. And then next is, after balancing the oxidation number, now you balance all the atoms present in the reactant side or in the product side without hydrogen and oxygen. Other than hydrogen and oxygen, balance all the atoms. This is the fourth step. Fifth step, now you have to balance oxygen and you have to balance hydrogen. For balancing oxygen, you have to add water molecule. Which side you have to add water molecule? The side which is deficient of oxygen. While balancing oxygen, if you find a particular reactant side or product side, whichever side will be deficient of oxygen, in that side you have to add water molecule. Now to balance hydrogen. For balancing hydrogen, you have to add H positive ion to the deficient side. Whether in the reactant side or product side, there is a deficiency of hydrogen. In the opposite side, you will add H positive ion. Now using this rule, I am going to show you the balancing of this equation. The equation is copper plus NO3 gives you NO2 plus Cu. Copper, actually it is copper, yes, copper plus NO3 negative. It will give you NO2 and Cu2 positive. This is the equation. Now you have to balance it. First I have to find out the oxidation number of each species or element. Copper is in the elemental state, so its oxidation number is 0. Here it is copper 2 positive given, that means the oxidation number is +2. I have already written here. Nitrogen. Now oxygen, in both cases oxidation number is same, that is oxidation number of oxygen is -2. So I have not written anything above oxygen or above this side oxygen. Now nitrogen. Here what is the oxidation state of nitrogen? We know that oxidation number of oxygen is -2. So 3 into -2 is 6. 3 into -2 is -6. X plus -6 equal to -1. So in that way I have find out what is the oxidation number of nitrogen. How to find out you know, but then also I am writing X plus -6 equal to -1. So X equal to -1 plus 6, that is equal to 5. So this is the oxidation number of nitrogen. Nitrogen I got. Now another side, this nitrogen. Oxygen is having atom oxidation number -2. 2 into 2 -4. So this will be +4. So what is the changes that you can find? Now you have to underline the changes. Here the oxidation number has been increased by 2. Okay, +2. Oxidation number increased by +2. And in this case, what is happening? In this case, oxidation number is decreasing by 1. So oxidation number is decreasing by 1. Here it is increased by 2, here it is decreased by 1. So my first step was writing the skeletal equation. Second step is to find out the oxidation number of each atom or ion whichever is participating in the chemical reaction, and then to identify increase or decrease in the oxidation number. Up to this I have completed. I got there is increase in oxidation number of copper from 0 to +2, and nitrogen decrease in oxidation number from 5 to 4. Now I have to balance the increase or decrease in the oxidation number. So for that what I have to do, I have to multiply it with suitable number. Here it is 2, here it is 1. So reactant side I will multiply with the suitable number. I will multiply 2 here so that the oxidation number increase or decrease, it is going to be balanced. So my equation is copper plus 2NO3 negative, product is NO2 plus Cu2 positive. Okay. Now my next step is what? I have to balance all the atoms other than hydrogen and oxygen. So copper 1 atom, copper 1 ion. It is already balanced. Nitrogen 2 here, nitrogen 1 here. So I will balance nitrogen. I am writing 2 this side also. Okay, so this step is completed. That is, other than oxygen and hydrogen, I have balanced all the atoms. What is my next step? My next step is to balance the number of oxygen. So what is the number of oxygen? This side, this is it. This side it is 6 and this side it is 4. So where is the deficiency? In the product side there is deficiency. How much deficiency? 2 oxygen is deficient. So in the deficient side I have to add that many number of water molecule. Okay, so what is my equation? My equation is changing to Cu plus 2NO3 negative, product is 2NO2 plus Cu2 positive plus 2H2O. Okay, I have added 2 water molecule in the product side to balance the number of oxygen. Now I have to balance the number of hydrogen. So for that, what rule I am going to use? Rule was here. I told you to balance hydrogen, you have to add equal number of H positive ion in the deficient side. So this side no hydrogen is there, and in this side how many hydrogen is there? 4 hydrogen is there. So my final equation will be, in the reactant side I will add that many number of H positive ion. So my final equation is becoming Cu plus 2NO3 negative plus 4H positive. Why 4H positive? Because I have to balance 4 hydrogen atom. So ultimately it gives me 2NO2 plus Cu2 positive plus 2H2O. So this one is the final equation, that is final balanced redox equation. Okay, so very easy. Follow the steps, practice more, you can find out very easily. Okay, and next I am going to show you the balancing of redox reaction in basic medium. This is in acidic medium. So in basic medium, the last rule will change, all other rule will remain. Okay, this one I am going to explain you balancing redox reaction in basic medium. Okay, so previously I told you how to balance redox reaction in acidic medium, and these are the rules to balance redox reaction in basic medium. In the question it will be written that whether you have to balance it in acidic medium or in basic medium. So all rules, rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, rule number 4, up to this same rule as you have done earlier. I am just repeating fast. First, write down the skeletal equation. Second, find oxidation number and identify increase or decrease in the oxidation number. Number third, balance increase or decrease in the oxidation number by multiplying suitable number wherever is required in the reactant site. After that, balance all atoms except hydrogen and oxygen. Up to this it is okay, same as previous one. Now number 5. Here, as it is basic medium, you have to add OH negative ion on the opposite side to balance oxygen atom. Opposite side means where oxygen is more, that side you will not add. Where oxygen is less, that is deficient side, there I have to add that many number of OH negative ion. Okay. Next step is for balancing hydrogen atom. In one side if hydrogen atom is more, in another side hydrogen atom is less. In the deficient side I will add equal number of water molecule. To balance hydrogen in the deficient side I will add same number of water molecule as the number of hydrogen is deficient. Here one extra step is there, that is simultaneously going on, that whatever may be the number of water molecule we are adding in the deficient side, same number of OH negative ion we will add to the opposite side. Okay, that means in the deficient side, that means in the extra side of hydrogen, where there is extra hydrogen, in that side we will add same number of OH negative ion. In the deficient side, first we will add equal number of H2O molecule, and then in the opposite side we will add same number of OH negative ion. So let us do one example so that you can understand. The equation is CrOH whole 3 plus iO3 negative gives you I negative plus CrO4 2 negative. As I told you earlier, you know how to find out the oxidation number. So beforehand I have written the oxidation number. Chromium in this species is having oxidation number plus 3. Iodine in this species is having oxidation number of plus 5 in the reactant side, and in product side iodine in this species is having oxidation number minus 1 because I negative is written. I negative means oxidation number is minus 1. CrO4 2 negative, here the oxidation number is, let me calculate, it is x plus 4 into minus 2, it will gives you minus 2. So x minus 8 equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 2 plus 8, that means plus 6. So here it is plus 6. One I am showing, all other you can do. Same way you have to find out. Okay. So this is how to find out the oxidation number. Now I have to balance the oxidation number. I have to find out increase or decrease in the oxidation number. So here I can find chromium plus 3 to plus 6. That means oxidation number increased by plus 3. Okay. Here plus 5 to minus 1. Plus 5 to minus 1. That means decrease by how much? Decrease by 6. Okay. So here it is oxidation number decreased by 6. Okay. I hope you can see, you can understand. Iodine plus 5 to minus 1, oxidation number decreased by 6. Chromium plus 3 to plus 6, that means oxidation number increased by 3. I have to balance the oxidation number, increase or decrease equal. So 3 into 2 is 6. If I multiply 3 into 2, I will get 6. So both oxidation number, increase or decrease, will be 6. So in the reactant side, I will multiply, I will write 2 here. So my equation is changing to 2 CrOH3 plus iO3 negative. It gives you I negative plus CrO4 2 negative. So here I am multiplying with 2 to balance the oxidation number, increase or decrease. What is my next step? My next step is to balance all atoms other than oxygen and hydrogen. So iodine here, 1 iodine, this side also 1 iodine. Chromium, this side it is 2 and this side it is 1. So immediately I am writing 2 here. So other than oxygen and hydrogen, everything else is balanced. Okay. So now what to do? Now I have to find out the balance of oxygen and hydrogen. So here what was the rule? The rule was add H2O on the opposite side to, add OH negative on the opposite side to balance oxygen atom. Where there is a deficiency of oxygen on the opposite side, I am going to add OH negative ion. So how many oxygen is there in the reactant side and product side? In the reactant side, 3 into 2, 6 plus 3, that means 9 oxygen. In the product side, how many oxygen? 2 into 4, that means 8 oxygen. So what is the rule? In the deficient side, I have to add OH negative ion. That means deficient side is the product side. How many OH negative ion I will add? 1, because 9 and 8 difference is 1. That is my next step. So let me write 2 CrOH3 plus iO3 negative gives you I negative plus 2 CrO4 2 negative plus 1 OH negative. Okay, oxygen is balanced. What is the next rule? I have to balance the number of hydrogen atoms. So find out the number of hydrogen atom. This side 3 into 2, it is 6, and this side only 1. So deficiency of 5. In the deficient side, what I am going to add? In the deficient side, I am going to add water molecule, and opposite side of the deficient side, I am going to add equal number of OH negative ion. So let me write. So first 2 CrOH3 plus iO negative, that is the hydrogen deficient side is that side. So okay, it gives me I negative plus 2 CrO4 2 negative plus OH negative plus 5 H2O. This side is hydrogen deficient, so plus 5 H2O. At the same time, here I am going to add 5 OH negative ions simultaneously. So this side 5 OH negative ion. Okay. Now, before writing the final balanced equation, 5 OH, 1 OH, I can cut it. 1 OH cut, and here I will cut it and write 4 OH negative. So ultimately my final equation is 2 CrOH3 plus iO3 negative plus 4 OH negative. It gives you I negative plus 2 CrO4 2 negative plus 5 H2O. This is the final equation. Okay. So final equation is what? 2CrOH3 plus IO negative plus 4OH negative. Product is I negative plus 2CrO4 2 negative plus 5H2O. So I hope you have understood. Use these rules to find out the to balance the redox reaction using oxidation number method. This is very easy. Try to recall the rules. Try to practice more and more. If you practice more and more, then you don't have to write all the steps. You can do directly. But when in the beginning you are balancing redox reaction, in the beginning you have to follow the steps so that it can go inside your mind properly. So, thank you, Marriott. Okay.